Hey everyone, how's it going? I am Gray and I'm back today with another Factorio video. And today I'm kind of just going to go over the basics of power armor for you people that don't really know about power armor that much. It's a part of the game where it gets very interesting how you can customize your armor and what it can do. So here is the first one that you research. It's going to take 100 of the Science Pack 1, 2, and 3. And it requires electric engines and armor crafting, and it allows you to research the next level of power armor. There's only 2 levels of power armor currently in the game, but then that is the materials that it costs to create it, and just gonna let you have a quick look at that. And then once you've that done, you can get power armor 2, and there's 150 you're gonna need of each of these, except for this one, which you're gonna need 450. And it requires quite a bit of stuff for researching it. Like the speed modules, you're going to both need those all the way to level 3. But you do get Power Armor Mark II, and there is a difference. So the first one, it says grid size. And it says grid size 7 by 7. For the second one, the grid size is 10 by 10. That's basically how many blocks you have to fill up with different perks, but it's not like you would think. It's not like you can just put one in and then put another and that only fills up 2. It takes up a lot more space than you'd think. Let's just go right into this and dive on in. So once you have your power armor, you can normally just have it in your armor spot. It gives you a nice aesthetic appeal right there, but you're going to want to right click to open it, and here's the grid that you get. Now, you might be thinking that it's just like this, you plop it in there, but it's not. It actually, each power item, or each power armor item has a different dimension. Like that one says dimension is 2 by 3, so that's how much space it takes up in this. So let's just go on ahead and fill this up with a whole bunch of different things, and I'll explain what they all do as I put them in. So the ones that I just put in here are energy shields. Those basically, it's like having even more. Oh, looks like something just got destroyed. But what it does is it'll protect you from monsters that are attacking you and hitting you at that time. So having a lot of these will most likely help you out quite a bit. And they do take a lot of electricity, but they are, if you can power them all, they are well worth it. So I'm just going to remove these real quick. Now we have the batteries. There's Mark 1 and Mark 2. Right now I only have Mark 2 in my inventory. But each of them holds a different amount of power. Like these hold 5.0 kilojoules. The Mark 1s only can carry 1 kilojoule. And they have a 1 by 2 dimension. So you can fit quite a lot of these in there. And basically, if you're going off of solar power, let me, I think I have some, well, I don't have any in there, but here's the solar power, which is another power armor item. It'll just charge during the day, and it'll charge those batteries up, and you're ready to roll for the nighttime. You just got to make sure you don't encounter too many baddies, otherwise you might be in a bit of trouble. So now let's move to the next one that I have right here. We have the personal laser defense, which it's basically like actual laser turrets, but they just shoot out of you and they just use up power. So these things can come in handy a lot, especially if you don't have a gun on you or if you don't have the defending capsules out there to shoot down those enemies as you're going up to an alien base or as they're attacking. But they do take up quite a bit of electricity, so just a warning there. That might interfere a bit, but normally, if you get a good power system going, like you can get a lot of solar panels and a lot of batteries and you should be good, but just a heads up, they do take a lot of power. So let's go to the next one. Here we have the basic exoskeleton. So the basic exoskeleton, as you can see, takes up a lot of space, but it takes up a bit of power too. But the cool thing about the exoskeleton, you might be thinking you can't really jump, you can't really lift things in this game. It doesn't help you carry any more objects or anything like that, but so we'll just check my normal walking speed. It's decent. It's just a normal walking speed of the game. But when I power it, then as you can see, I'm going a little. It's not a lot faster, but it's very noticeably faster. And it does help a lot if you have a few of these basic exoskeletons. It helps you run away from the bad guys a lot faster. And it does come in handy a lot when you're trying to take down some of those enemy bases. So now let's move on to the next one. We have the portable fusion reactors. These take up a lot of space and are normally only really used in the Mark II suit, as they take up that much space. But they take up a 4x4 grid, and they put out 750 watts of power, which is a lot compared to the 10-watt power by the portable solar panel. The solar panels only work during the day. They only gain electricity during the day, but these keep going all around, and they never run out of power, or they never die or anything, so you never have to replace them. But they come in handy a lot. So once you can get to the Mark II, I recommend getting it and getting a few of these bad boys, and you will replace all those solar panels that you'll have stashed up. I know I have a chest full of probably 10 of them, maybe 15 solar panels, but I would recommend switching that. And now that I've gone through all of those, I'm just going to go through this other stuff. There's also night vision goggles, which at night, if you have them, they do require power, but if you have them on, then they help you quite a bit. It would surprise you. But having that just little narrow cone of light that appears out of your person, it'll help you see all around. You don't need lights like this anymore in the night, because you won't even be able to tell when it is night. Then that is created by these ingredients. You can see them right there on the screen right now. And now we're going to move on to the next one. We have the portable solar panel. You can see that right now. It gets 10 watts of power. And it's only a 1x1, so it doesn't take up much space in the grid, so you can put a whole bunch of these bad boys, but they do cost quite a bit. Next up is the portable fusion reactor. You can see the ingredients right there, and it puts out 750 watts. Like I said, a lot compared to the solar panels and having just a whole bunch of different solar panels. And then next we have the Mark I and Mark II energy shields. Each of them produces a bigger or a shorter amount of shield around you, and they also take a different amount of electricity, so you might want to just keep that in mind. They do have the same maximum recharge speed. I'm just going to leave this one on the board or on the screen right now for you to check out the ingredients for it. And then the next one, the Mark II, it does take 10 of the normal energy shields, so just keep that in mind. It is very expensive, but it is worth it. Then we're going to go to the battery Mark I, and then the battery Mark II. Like I said again, the battery Mark I can only hold 1 kilojoule of power, while the battery Mark II can hold 5 kilojoules of power, so I would recommend those battery Mark IIs. Next we have the personal laser defense. You can see it on the screen right now. And then we have discharge defense, which basically it kind of just keeps blasting out like electricity at the enemies that are near you. So that can come in handy. Next up we have the basic exoskeleton equipment. And then we're going to go to the Power Armor Mark I. Like I said again, this one has only a 7x7 grid size, so keep that in mind. And this one is a lot more expensive, but well worth it, and has a 10x10 grid. So I'm just going to give you a nice view at this grid. That's quite a bit of space for your stuff to go. And I just want to point out, if you take this row and over, just picture removing that, and then picture removing the bottom 3 rows. You don't have that much space to work with. So keep that in mind for when you have the Power Armor Mark I. But I would very much so recommend upgrading to the Mark II once you get a chance. Very worth it. Very much so worth it. So thank you guys for watching my video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. If you think that it would be helpful for others to see, then share it to your channel so other people can see the video. And drop a like on there because it always helps me out. And if you want, leave a comment and I'll most likely reply within a day. So thanks for watching and I will see you next time. Peace.